Epicurus. Epicurus asserted that philosophy's purpose is to live and help others to live happy and tranquil lives, seeking to remove pain or fear. He thought that the biggest enemy of happiness is also the main reason humans invented philosophy, the fear of death. He also thought of a solution to this, saying that there is no reason to fear death, as when we exist, death does not exist, and when death exists, we do not exist. He thought that the entire universe consisted of two things, matter and void. Matter is made up of atoms, which are tiny bodies that have only the unchanging qualities of shape, size, and weight. They said that in order for the universe to persist, what it is ultimately made up of must not be able to be changed, or else the universe would be essentially destroyed. Epicurus holds that there must be an infinite supply of atoms, although only a finite number of types of atoms, as well as an infinite amount of void. Because of the infinite supply of atoms, there are an infinite number of worlds. Epicureans believed that senses also relied on atoms. Every object was continually emitting particles from itself that would then interact with the observer. All sensations, such as sight, smell, or sound, relied on these particles. While the atoms that were emitted did not have the qualities that the senses were perceiving, the manner in which they were emitted caused the observer to experience those sensations. For example, red particles were not themselves red, but were emitted in a manner that caused the viewer to experience the color red. Because of Epicurus's heavy reliance on the senses, he can be labeled as an empiricist. Pythagoras. Pythagoras was a mathematician who believed that the universe could be explained through numbers and their relationships. Pythagoreans were committed to the search for abstract principles, which promoted the formation and development of the ancient Greek idealist philosophy, preaching the idea of the immortality of the soul and reincarnation. One of the most famous contributions of Pythagoreanism is the Pythagorean theorem. Diogenes. Diogenes is one of the founders of cynicism, a philosophy that says that money, power, fame, and all other conventional desires are the wrong things to chase, and that virtue leads to true happiness. According to cynicism, happiness can be achieved when living in agreement with nature, following one's natural sense of reason, and living simply and shamelessly free from social constraints. For this reason, cynics live with the bare minimum needed and practice shamelessness, breaking social norms. Diogenes himself only had a cloak, a staff, and a knapsack. He used to defecate, urinate, and practice self-love in public without any worry about what the public thought of him. The cynics are said to have invented the idea of cosmopolitanism. When he was asked where he came from, Diogenes replied that he was a citizen of the world.